What is up, everyone? This is Rob the Vapor. Today we have another review for you, and this is the Kayfun 4 clone by Hcigar. Autofocus loves to not work when we're doing these videos, but I love this unit. Let's talk a little bit more about it. Okay, so the Kayfun 4 is made by a company called Mesto, if I got that right. And this particular clone is made by Hcigar. Hcigar are known as like one of the best clone makers. So there's a few differences with this as opposed to the fast tech versions and stuff like that. This is definitely higher quality from what I've heard. Yeah, and I love it. But first, let's do a little bit of a breakdown. We'll see what's in the box, stuff like that. First off, I'll show you guys the box, just so you guys know what to expect. So this isn't like any other clones that you would get in those crappy little boxes. This is a really nice, I would say, a premium box. Ooh, premium. And yeah, so inside the box you get, which is actually really neat, you get some kojendo, aka Japanese cotton, some pre-built coils, which is nice again. You get, let's see if we can get to some O-rings. Yeah, there's a lot of O-rings in this unit though, so it is nice to get them. And then we get the two other tank options. Top one being the stainless steel tank, you can't see the contents, and this bottom one is a plastic sort of composite tank, which is the only option that will make the unit 22mm flush. And I've also got some Cantal broken up in there too. Okay, so let's talk, you've seen what's in the box, so let's talk about some of the features with the Hcigar clone. 100% stainless steel. It uses 316 stainless steel, I'm fairly sure. I thought it was 314, I think it's 316, which is really good high grade stainless steel, much better than the clones on Fastech use, so you know, definitely worth looking at. Includes your 3 tank options, which you guys just seen. One is the glass tank, which is what I have on my unit right now. It's this guy right here. One is the Macrolon tank, which is like the plastic sort of composite tank, which can crack, by the way. And then you've got your stainless steel tank, and that just fits on flush. It's a really nice tank. It has adjustable airflow control. We'll talk a little bit about that in detail later. It has liquid flow control, which is revolutionary. Okay, so you guys who have used RTAs in the past will know that they're prone to leaking, at least some of them. I have an Orchid V2, it leaks like hell when you fill it. You know, it gets leaky. This Kayfun 4, the way it's designed, and the clone works exactly the same, is basically you twist your liquid flow control, shut it off, you open your top cap, fill it, pop your top cap back on, and then open up your liquid control again, and it just works. It really works. There's no leaking, you get no gargling from your airflow, you know, you don't get any of that sort of, you know, crappy, which even the Atlantis and stuff gets. You don't get any of that stuff. Easier to access the coil on your build deck, simply because you can unscrew the tank without it leaking, and then you can get to your deck, so you don't have to dump liquid. Again, if you guys use RTAs, you will be familiar with dumping liquid, which is a pain in the ass. I'm so glad that this unit actually allows you to remove the deck without dumping everything. Okay, so it's got its adjustable 510, really easy to fill, 22mm or 23mm, we've already talked about that. And yeah, it's a great unit. It surprised me, the Kayfun 4, because if you guys know me and you know my channel, you will know that I prefer RTAs over RDAs. RTAs to me are more convenient. You can take them out with you. You can bring them around. You don't have to carry a bottle of juice. You know, they're just, to me, they are the natural progression from clearamizers like your Nautilus or your Atlantis. Maybe not your Atlantis, because the Atlantis is way more open. You'll get more vapor from the Atlantis. But say you're coming from a Nautilus or a Hcigar, like an aero tank or something, this, in my opinion, is the best choice that you can make. And let's see how we vape at this. This is at 0.5 ohms, 028 watts. Not bad vapor. Okay, so a lot of people like to build a Kayfun at 1 ohm and over for flavour. I actually prefer flavour in the lower ohmage. for some reason. I've built it out like 1.2 and I didn't really like it. And now I'm using that 0.5 and I actually really like it. But this is not for you dripper guys, really, unless you guys like taking out a tank. As far as tanks go, in my experience, I'm stacking it up against the Orchid V2. I think this is far superior. Different, you can do your dual coils with this as well. I actually prefer the deck on, say, an Orchid. I don't like the Kayfun style deck where you have to trap the wire under a screw. I think it's kind of finicky. It can be kind of a pain in the ass. People seem to prefer that though, so maybe that's just me. I really don't like that design. I prefer putting it through the hole and screwing it down. But yeah, I just really like it. It's so good. It holds, I think it's about 4 mils of liquid. I'm not getting any specs anywhere on that. It's quite tough finding accurate specs on these things online. But I think it's about 4 mils of liquid. So, it's bigger than your Nautilus. I think it holds 3. I'm going to say. And yeah, it's just really revolutionary in terms of ease of use, simplicity. The only complaints that I have about this unit is that I find that it is a bit finicky to try and get at the separate things. I'll show you that when we bring it in close. It's kind of tough to manipulate certain parts because there's a lot of moving parts in the Kayfun 4. I'll show you guys that right now. It's crazy, very well engineered unit with a lot of stuff, and the clone is no different. This Hcigar clone is absolutely no different. It's a very high-end clone, and it does retail in the premium sort of end of things. So I got this for $35.50, which in euros, which is quite expensive. I think it retails for about $40. But then the actual authentic Kayfun 4s are about €180. So, you're saving quite a bit. And you can't really go wrong with the Hcigar. I've been using this for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, constantly. I've had it out. I've had it in nightclubs. I've had it, walking around in my car. No issues whatsoever. No leaking. No stupidness. No anything. No degradation of O-rings. No anything. I would rate this a 9 out of 10. I think it's a really good unit. If you guys are after an RTA, I would suggest it. In particular, you guys who are coming over from, say, a Nautilus or something new, and you're looking for something new because, there's a lot of Goblin fans, there's a lot of Orchid fans, there's a lot of, there's another one I can't remember of the different RTAs, but, everyone's different. That's the beauty of vaping. This is a way more restrictive airflow than even some of them, I feel. It's quite like a cigarette-like. So I think everyone's different. Everyone likes different things. That's what vaping is about. Individuality, what suits you, and what you can express yourself with. So for me, the Kayfun 4 is just the classiest unit. It looks really good. Just have that sitting on anything and it looks just slick. And again, my camera will not autofocus because it hates me. But it looks slick. It just looks slick. It's just a great unit. What more can I say? Let's bring it down close. We might come back up here, but I'll see you in a little bit, guys. Oh, here we go, guys. What is up? I am back. And here we are. This is the Kayfun 4 clone by Hcigar, up close and personal. As you can see, it is a very slick unit. Isn't it just a very slick unit? And of course this mine might be a little bit grimy. It's been through quite a bit actually. But as you can see, it's got those nice engraved features. Very nice stainless steel. Looks really good. And yeah, beautiful unit, right? So let's pop out the Svoi Mesto ring. Which actually, I really like this ring, and I think with this ring you get the most juice capacity. But the only trade-off is that you can't actually see the fucking liquid, so that's a pity. But anyway, so to show you guys, this is where you will adjust your airflow. So you will use the screwdriver provided. I actually forgot to say that there's a screwdriver that comes with the unit, looks like this. And you will unscrew here, then you'll pop your screwdriver in and you'll turn it to adjust your airflow. It's a bit of a pain, but as good old P. Basardo said, it's only something you're going to really do once, you know. You're only going to really pop that out and try it out once, and that's really it. Okay, so the juice flow, I'm going to show you guys how that works, and I'm going to pop it on a mod here because it's actually a little bit easier, and I want you guys to take notes of that too. It's a little bit easier when you actually pop this on a mod to do this, I find. So when you want to adjust your, or even fill it, sorry, what you want to do is grab it up here by the sort of insignia, and you want to turn, okay? So when you turn, might be able to hear that. You'll hear a spring, okay? You want to hold it by the base actually as well, sorry. And now when that tightens up, you're at maximum. So you're at maximum closage, right? So you screw it off your mod. And then once you've got that done, you have to do that first. That's the most important part. You want to lock that up first. Then you're going to want to unscrew this part here, the very top part of the unit. And again, bear with me guys while I get this on camera. And then bam, there we go. And this is where you fill it through. So let's see if we have any liquids here. And we'll illustrate. In this particular case, I'm using liquid that costs £1. How expensive am I? But it's actually alright. It's really nice liquid. And whoops, there we go. So fill it just like so, through the top, like that. And then you want to do this in a reverse motion, okay? So you're going to want to screw this back on first to lock it all up. And again, the machining on this Hcigar clone is excellent. So there we go, it's on tight. And then we will screw it onto our mod. In this case, I'll go back to my Tesla. So I'll show you guys this first. We'll put it back on the Tesla. Sorry about that not being on camera, guys. And then to do it, you basically do the reverse. You screw the unit. And she's tight, and she is not going to leak. And that is a leak-proof fill right there. Regardless of if it's upside down, sideways, this thing is not going to leak now that it's filled up. So it takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you actually get it, it's pretty good. And yeah, it's just a really nice unit. And that's about all I have to say about it, guys. I was going to bring it up out again, but I don't really need to. This is the Hcigar clone with the Kayfun 4. Absolutely magnificent unit. Probably the best RTA I've ever used. Fantastic for flavour. Fantastic for easy use. Takes a few little times to get used to all the different things, but once you get it, you get it. And then from there, you know, happy days. If you like a restricted airflow, something like a cigarette, go for this unit. That's all I can say about it. I highly rate it. 9 out of 10. Buy it. Hcigar. You can get it at siggreen.com is where I got mine, and I got it for 35. So yeah, I've been Rob the Vapor, guys. Please subscribe. See you all later.